All right, our next type of display is a contingency table or Venn diagram. Both of these displays can be used pretty much for the same situations. That's because they both have those joint probabilities displayed. So let's just point out how these would both work. We have our contingency table, we have our Venn diagram. For both of these, we need to make sure if we have two events, say A and B, at some point our A and B events overlap each other. So here this would be A and B, right? Our overlap of A and B. Same thing if we're doing a contingency table. We'll have A and B so they can intersect one another. And then the thing I like about the contingency table is next to A, we're going to put A complement. And next to B, we're going to put B complement. And so if we filled this in with probabilities, we could have the probability of A and B. This would be B and A complement, or A complement and B. It doesn't matter the order, remember. A and B complement, A complement and B complement. And then the totals will give us these marginal probabilities. The probability of A complement, B complement, all by themselves. And the really cool thing is if we add up these two pieces, we're going to get the last. If we add down the rows, we'll also get the final piece. And so that's also true with the last row and the last column. And if we add A and A complement together, we'll just get 1 or 100%, everything all together. Now the Venn diagram doesn't have as many spaces, so I don't love it as much. It has 4 spaces. And this is where students make mistakes all the time with the Venn diagram. If you're looking at this section right here, let me use my highlighter. We're not in the probability of A, because the probability of A would be this entire circle. Instead, we are in, I thought that was an undo button, but I don't know what it is. Instead, we are in this other section. We're in the A circle, but we're clearly not in the B circle. Same thing over here. We're in the B circle, but we're not in the A circle. And then the last thing, we're not in the A circle, and we're not in the B circle. So I want you to notice that each and every one of these, each and every one of these 4 pieces of our contingency table, of our Venn diagram, come from our 4 pieces, or the 4 inside pieces of our contingency table. So most of the time, if a question asks you about a Venn diagram, I always tell students, draw it instead as a contingency table and use that to go to the Venn diagram. Or if you have a Venn diagram, rewrite it as a contingency table and use that to answer questions, because we make way less mistakes with a contingency table than I see with a Venn diagram.